before and video editing magic after and after. Yeah, nice. This came out better after compacting it a bit and reworking it because I had an idea to remove more command blocks. This is what I had a few days ago, and last night kind of tore the whole thing up and and here we go. Managed to get it down to just 2 of these lines, and since it only needs to go through 1 time, I got rid of the loop. I actually did a little bit, compact these a little bit more now that I worked out the timings. Like the green wire here is the reset, just like up there, like I talked about on the randomizer before. That resets this thing, and it's like perfectly timed to like load in a new charge right after this thing resets or clears itself. I know, it's kind of cool. I should be showing you. I don't know how I would do that. How would I do that? Purple? You see the thing went all the way through to reset it and clear it, and then a new one was just coming through right as it finished clearing off and loaded a new one in. Let's see. Bam. Yeah. It took some tricky timing. Had to have just enough time to clear the whole line, and then right as a new charge came in. Got it nice and compacted down, looks good. Basically, what it does now, what it did before, is it teleported 1 person at a time to each of the podiums. So, that's all right here. Now, I grabbed a person before and teleported them there, and then said their name when they were on the podium. And, yeah. And then I made it so that it did it for each one. And I figured out that I can actually plug it into the randomizer kind of setup and only get it down to compacted to just those 2 lines there, just by teleporting everybody on both teams to each of these chambers. So it doesn't use their team anymore. So it teleports everybody to this chamber that's going to be on the blue team, and everybody in this chamber that's going to be on the red team. So, like before, what it was doing was like, because it needed, the reason it needed 2 lines was to teleport everybody. Let's see. Everybody on, I don't know how to explain it. It basically teleported everybody that was on Team 1, that got selected for Team 1 to the blue. It's like impossible to describe. Okay, here. There'll be a team in this cage, and there'll be a team in this cage. They'll hit the buttons back here. And depending on if he hits this button, it could put this team in blue and that team in red. I'm using blue and red. But if he hits this button, it'll put this team in red and that team in blue. So that's 4 possibilities. So I had to have 4 things to account for all the possibilities. But I basically got it compacted down to 2 just by initially teleporting everybody that's in that cage to either that location or that location, and then it uses that instead. So that's just right down here, and so it teleports everybody to RAN 2 or RAN 3, and then it's opposite over here, RAN 3 and RAN 2. So Team 1 to RAN 2, Team 2 to RAN 3. So that compacted it quite a bit. It makes it easier to just kind of work with and edit and stuff if I need to. So it puts them all here or there, depending on which button was hit, and then it'll teleport them quickly here, announce their name, and then put them on a podium, which is right here. So did the whole recursion thing. This kind of sets... What does this even do? Oh, it just teleports like the spectators out there and stuff. And make sure the team captains are on their team too. So this just teleports them out there, or teleports them into the thing next to them, and then says their name. This repeater comes down and hits that repeater, which is 3 ticks, and then says their name, and then teleports them to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 podiums. And that's it. And then it'll just do that 6 times, and then go over here, do this 6 times, or until it runs out of people, which, yeah, and then go straight up there. And that's it. And another reason I'm doing this is to make this editable and customizable. Basically, how I had it before was blue team or red team. And recently I said that, what if I want to change that and kind of make it different per map? If some map, or if like Calamity uses orange and green instead for the teams, well, if he wants to use this system, then he could, you know, customize it to that. And to do that, all you really have to edit is this block. So right now it's just set to Team 1 and Team 2. So all it has to do is you go in here and you change this to Team Strog or whatever, Team Blue, and you can add a coloring to this and edit, and that's it. Now the map is fully set up for whatever map you want it to be. So, and then, well, I mean, there's a couple actually other things you have to edit. Just getting rid of things you have to edit if you want to customize the map. The other things are if you want to change these blocks to, you know, whatever colors the team you are. You can say Team 1, Team 2, you can change these signs to whatever. And then that's it. Actually, no, there is another thing. Damn it. I think it is, it's over here. Yeah, this one. Yeah, has selected Team 1, so actually I might try to get rid of that, I don't know. Just so it's one less thing that you have to customize. Say name has selected Team 1, Team 2. Yeah, we'll see. Try to think of how to do that a little better. Alright, so today we are just gonna do some little projects around here and try to finish this thing up. I don't know how well that will go over. I got a little list of things to work on, and so we're just gonna go over them and see if we can wrap this thing up. Mostly got a lot of the tediousness wiring and stuff done. Might go over a few things here. And just go over a bunch of little unique projects that I need to add to this thing, and then kind of finish up on a really kind of cool one. I don't know how it's going to work out. We'll see. So, yeah, let me see what I want to do first here. Oh yeah, there's a few things I didn't fully finish. This, there has to be a better way to do this. There might be. I tried playing with repeater locks and stuff. This basically is detecting if, like the length of the wire. This is a test for, well, it was, I thought it was. It's supposed to be. Test for all players, test for all players that are not on a team. And then right over here it sets all their team stuff and variables and stuff. So this tests for all the players that are eligible to be put into this system. And this is checking that. So if there's 4 people, it's going to get to right here. And it'll say it's going to be a 2v2 game. This is kind of what I need to edit here. I don't know what to make it say. Something like, 4 players, 2v2 game. And kind of why I'm doing that is just to kind of announce, like before it accounted for an odd number of players by just making it so that there was always an even amount of players. I'm actually getting rid of that and just making it account for an odd number of players. So if there's 9 players, 2 of them will be captains, and 7 will be put into these cells. And the first team captain is going to get that extra person. And this will kind of announce that fact. So I'm trying to kind of I'm warning them that you have an odd amount of players there. And let's see. 3v2 game. So I don't know, something like that. Maybe a little bit bigger warning for the odd players. Odd amount of players. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, so the last one here is actually over 12 players. 6v6 is the limit. Not all will be selected. I wonder if I could shorten that any. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Over 12 players, because it kind of corresponds to what this looks like. Over 12 players detected. No, just over 12 players. 6v6 is the limit. Not all will be selected. That'll be good. People have kind of made suggestions or talked about wanting this to be kind of more than 6v6, and I've thought about that. I'm not going to do that right now, because that'll take some time to develop something to do that really well. So for now, I'm just going to finish it up and have it as a limit of 6v6, and have the randomizer infinitely, so if anybody, like, really, if there's more than, like, 12 people, if there's 13 or more people, randomizer is a nice, quicker option for that. I don't know if you want team captain for that. Well, I guess it still wouldn't be too bad. But that'll take some work to develop. I don't know if I'll even do that. But, yeah, I've thought about it. Might do it in the future. But for now, I need to put something here. So this no player limit, and I wanted a sign here that's like, let's see. I don't like too many signs. I think I know what to do. Because no player limit, I would have that all in one line if it fit, but no player limit. I do kind of want like dashes or something on the side to kind of distinguish it if I did put it on this sign. Actually, let me try something. Oh yeah, I was gonna put italics, but still not enough characters because you have to put the kind of symbols on the same line. Okay, I think that'll work. We're gonna keep this no player limit, and then just do, alright, that limit looks weird. Let me just do 2v2 to 6v6. I like making descriptions in the least amount of words possible to 6v6. If I can. Just people hate reading. I actually want to get rid of this too. Well, not get rid of it. It's pretty self-explanatory after you hit the button, and it doesn't hurt anything to hit the button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, let me do. Wait, how many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 8. Specify roles. That'll work. So, I'm like, what does that mean? Oh, right. Oh, I can't even see it. Yeah. Oh, right. That's Team Captain 1, that's Team Captain 2. So, yeah, it's pretty I think it is, anyway. Well, let's put it back. So, yeah, that doesn't really hurt anything to hit that. It just toggles the T flip-flop to do either one or the other. I need to make sure that isn't... It should be okay. If, like, hitting that button and that button might break something, I think I have it locked, like, unlocking the other one out, but I need to perfect that and make sure that's okay. That's fiddling with wires. I'm not recording that. Alright, what's next on my list? I'm in the future, and this video is pretty much done already, but I forgot to show how this kind of works. So, it just goes along here, and this torch here, pretty much goes to that, command block, but if it goes one longer than that, this comes around and it locks it out from happening. So if I'll just do that, and lever, should have this on my bar before I start recording. Blink. So that goes all the way through. It's able to go through. So if it detected there was 4 people, it's going to get to here and say 4 players, 2v2 game. If it gets to 5 people, oops. Right. If it gets to 5 people, it's going to hit this torch and get to this block, and if it gets to there, it stops it. So, think 5 players, 3v2 game. And same thing all the way down. So, it's just kind of alternating on both sides just to do. See, these are all the even numbers basically. 6, 8, 2, 4, or 4, 6, 8. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. 12 players, 6v6 game. And then it's all the same on this side. So, same thing if it gets to the end here. Well, not totally the same thing. This is the 13th one. So if it gets to here, it's just going to go straight into a command block. That's cool. Ink, ink. Yeah, let me know if anybody knows of any other better way to do this. Maybe even put it all on one side. There might be. I was testing like if it goes far enough, it locks out a repeater, like over here or something. And I couldn't get anything to work. I was also trying to fiddle with comparators and signal length. There might be something with that, like have comparators all along here or something that if it goes one farther, it locks out the one to the left of it. I couldn't figure out anything with that either. Yeah, I don't know. And over here, actually, another thing to do with the amount of players, I actually did this one first, so I can kind of, I figured out a little more compact way. But, this basically, actually, this was me trying to do it first, but I decided to put it over there. So I actually don't need any of this. Get rid of those. And this is actually checking the same thing, kind of. But this is checking for if there's less than 4 players. So if there's less than 4 players that are eligible to be used for this thing, it won't work. This will lock it out. So if it gets to, if it doesn't get to here, let's see. Yeah, if it gets to here, it's going to allow a signal through. So, yeah, that's a torch. So if it gets to here, it's going to allow the signal through and let the machine work like normal. But if it doesn't get to here, and it triggers this torch, it's going to... Okay, so this wire comes down here. So it allows the signal to get through for that moment here while the button's pressed. And you can't... Right, that was... There. I think that should be good enough. So this just tells whoever hit the button, over by main 2, you need more than 3 people to use this. Yeah, I think that'll be good. You need more than 3 people to use this. Cool. So yeah, this is what we're doing today. Kind of miscellaneous errands. Yeah, I think that'll work. If there's any other kind of feedback on any of these things, let me know. Need more than 3 people to use this. I think that's good. Let's see, this one over here kind of locks it out too. This one is for, you can't access this after a game has already started, so that's the one that checks for that. And so yeah, there's 2 checks here. There's this one here that checks for that and runs down here and locks out the system. And then there's this one that goes for here, checks for that, and locks out the system. But if both of those are okay, it goes through. So that's basically how that works. Oh yeah, here's something else I wanted to point out. Did rework this a little bit. This looks cool, I like that. But the buttons are 1 lower. Mostly because I couldn't wire the lamp like where they were last episode. They were like right there, and the button was there. So I couldn't really power the lamps easily while making it so it wouldn't power the button and lock out the button. And actually, I it was hard to make it lower without making it look really weird, but this came out pretty good. I like how the kind of worked with the stairs a lot. Added a border along here. I think it kind of adds all to this, so it's all it kind of accentuates this path. I might try the red carpet out again. We'll see. Kind of made a grate here, so that looks really cool. And if you notice, there's water dripping down. Yeah. I was messing with that. I thought it'd be kind of a cool effect to make it look like a sewer. So there's water blocks right above this, and they're making it drip. That's really cool. This might be a little big or out of the way, but I'm definitely going to do something like this. I don't know, I might make it really long, I might make it a little patchy, I might just leave it like this and put one over there. I don't even know. We'll see. This might be glowing a little bit too much. Well, several things. But I like the water dripping. People are just going to be like, whoa, I just noticed blue droplets suddenly. That's cool. So I did the same thing over there. But yeah, the button's all wired in a bit, or, oops, fix that. When people are dropped, this is, from here to there is a 3 or like 1.5 wide click gap, so they can't like land there when they're falling. So that's still good. They're not going to have enough time to be able to punch out the lamp or anything, so that's also good. So yeah, that's with the button. Oh yeah, when they drop, instead of teleporting shortly after they dropped, I'd have fiddled with that a bit, because, I don't know, depending on people's latency with how a block pulls back and they drop, depending on like if they have like a second latency, you sometimes just see them not even drop. They just instantly go from teleporting up in the cage there. They go from teleporting from straight to there, even though they were dropped. So I actually changed that a bit to make it look like they are actually dropping. So they'll actually go all the way down. And instead of giving resistance, I actually didn't like the crunch sound. I actually just put the water here. And because they land in the water and do that splash, you actually don't hear the splash effect fast enough because they instantly land on the pressure plate right here and then get teleported up there. This is actually teleporting them to a different spot. It's teleporting them... This is gonna be hard to explain myself for, but you know how you can see when somebody's teleported from like here to there? You can kind of see them go zoop, just dash. You can actually see that happen when they're down there too. They go zoop, and it kind of looks lame that you can actually see them just teleported directly to the cage. So that's a little changed now. It's actually... Instead of that, they fall all the way down, hit the ground here, don't go crunch because of the water. They land on the pressure plate, instantly get teleported to TC7, which is right here. This is actually a cage I'm reusing. I use this to teleport everybody to here and then teleport them out to each of the cages, and it was kind of in around the same spot, so I just gonna teleport them here again. And 2 ticks later, they get teleported, then get teleported to the cage. So they actually go around, and you don't see them get teleported to the cages, which is kind of weird. So they get teleported in here, and actually don't even fall any because they land on the half slab, and then get teleported to here 2 ticks later. And I think I can get rid of the water in here because their falling is reset from the water down there. Oops. I put this here because I accidentally have poured water over the wiring a couple times while working on this. There we go. Alright, so I can get rid of that sign. That's cool. That works. So they get teleported here, and it's still pretty much darkness. No, it's not. Good thing I checked that. Let's do that. Those top half slabs? Why am I doing that? Let's just do that. Oh yeah, because that's a... Okay, that should be alright. just do that. Oops. Get in there. Ding, dink. Stupid half slabs. Alright, cool. That should do it, I think. I was trying to make it smaller, but oh well. They get teleported to right here-ish, and then drop. So they go from complete darkness to complete darkness, so they can't even tell. And then they take damage when they hit here, and that's cool. I like that. That's funny. And the players that they're actually put on the same team in this cage with friendly fire off, so they can't hurt each other in there anymore, which is cool. No more fighting amongst each other. You're on the same team. You shouldn't be fighting amongst each other. And that does it right here. Yeah, it sets them to TC. Was that players set, scoreboard players? No, that's not it. This one? Oh yeah, join team 2. So depending on which team captain picked them, they join team 1 or team 2. And then they're set to not friendly fire. And I can actually get rid of this, I think. Yeah, I don't see any problems with it. I'm going to keep it like that for now. If I think of a reason why that might be bad later. Let's see. So, goodbye blocks. Actually, these, I was testing something. 1 tick. Get rid of these. It's always weird punching a whole blocks with a whole bunch of wording and stuff that I edited. I could actually probably get rid of these repeaters now. But, I don't know. No, they're good. They're good. I'm not going to mess with that. Actually, I could make it aspirate. It's good. It's all good. No more. Okay, we're going to do a little test here. Make sure this came out as like I thought it should. Okay, so it's going to teleport. When you land here, it's going to teleport you to that box, then teleport you up here. Tink, and button. That wasn't too bad. I mean, I could see the water, I could hear the splash a little bit. But I think that's pretty good. I think that's what I'm going to go with. It's a little more stable. It accounts for latency, which I like. Different latency. And, actually, maybe I'll see what it looks like on another person. This is so cool. I figured this out. I don't have to put this up on a server anymore. So, multiplayer... No, wait. That's not right. What am I doing? Open the LAN. Okay. Creative. Allow cheats on. Start LAN world. And then all I have to do is I already have it open. Go down to my multiplayer list on the other game, which I'm not recording. But, bam. That's good. He's in single player. Oh, and he's in the cage up here. Okay, let's put him, actually I'll just fly him over here. Okay, there you go. The lamp's lit up because there's somebody there. Let me put this here. And think. Okay, there he is. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And think. You see how he falls and then disappears, and you don't see him like zip over to a cage anymore. That's what I was avoiding before. Ooh, I did something weird with this. Oh yeah, I was just trying out different things. I think that's kind of cool. Or should I just keep it like that? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that. Alright, he's nicely set in there, and I realized I didn't set his game mode. Oh, right, I have his teleport. Oops, wrong thing. That one. And down you go. I said down you go. Sweet. That looks good. Alright, I'm gonna keep it like that, I think. Alright, I guess that's it. I'm getting better at timing. This is managed under a half an hour, right? Yeah. So this episode we did a bunch of good things, and next episode we're gonna do some evil things. Yeah. Alright, see you next time. Bye.